The Shadow of Valor. In the sprawling city of Meridian, crime ruled the night. Drug lords carved the streets into bloody territories, each fighting for control of a city that had long lost its soul. Yet amid the chaos, one name whispered through the alleys: the Crimson Warden. He appeared without warning, a figure clad in red and black, his mask gleaming like polished obsidian. Dealers vanished overnight. Warehouses went up in flames. Junkies spoke of a man who punished the poison peddlers with merciless precision. To the public, he was a hero. To the underworld, he was a ghost who hunted his own kind. The police praised him, though they had no clue who he was. Surveillance caught nothing. Forensic evidence evaporated. It was as if the Crimson Warden didn't exist, just a phantom cleaning up Meridian's rot. But Seth Franelucci knew better. Seth was no ordinary man. He was the wealthiest distributor in Meridian, running his empire through legitimate fronts: shipping, pharmaceuticals, even charity foundations. By day, he was a charming philanthropist. By night, he became the Crimson Warden, not to cleanse the streets of evil, but to eliminate competition. Every heroic raid he led ended with his rivals erased and their operations absorbed into his network. Every drug seizure was a shift of power, not justice. He justified it to himself. Fewer dealers meant fewer deaths, didn't it? And if he profited in the process, wasn't that simply fate rewarding efficiency? For 2 years, Meridian believed in its savior. Murals of the Crimson Warden appeared across the city. Children wore masks in his honor. The police commissioner even called him a symbol of hope. Then came the night of the broadcast. A hacker collective known as the Lumen Circle hijacked every channel in Meridian: televisions, billboards, phones. They revealed footage taken from Seth's private servers, meetings, shipments, unmasked recordings. The Crimson Warden standing over corpses, and then Seth Franelucci smiling in his penthouse, signing deals funded by the same blood. The city froze. The hero they adored was the monster beneath their feet. When police stormed his mansion, Seth was gone. Only his mask remained perched neatly on his desk, beside a note written in crimson ink. Every hero is a villain who wins the war first. Some say the Crimson Warden still walks the shadows of Meridian, punishing those who dare sell what he once ruled. Others say Seth fled the country, starting anew somewhere no one knows his name. But in Meridian, whenever a dealer vanishes without a trace, the whispers begin again. The Warden is watching.
Tears. Inspired by Scarface, Never Seen a Man Cry, 1994. He greets his father with his hands out, rehabilitated slightly, glad to be the man's child. The sun sinks behind a row of old ragged houses as Dre steps out from the jail gates. The air outside is heavy, muggy, almost uncertain. For a moment, he just stands there, letting that weight press against him, letting freedom seep into his bones. The world is different since he's seen it last. When Dre stepped off the bus, the whole city felt smaller. Or maybe he had grown, aged, sharpened, carved down by 7 years behind bars. He walked toward the one house on Ashbury Street that hadn't changed, carrying nothing but a paper bag and a fragile piece of hope. He's smart, finally making 18, and his goal is simple: get on top and try to stay clean. But change comes slow, too slow. Job applications unanswered. Sideways stares that say he doesn't belong. Temptations rising from the cracks in the concrete. Temptations he thought he buried under iron bars. So he calls up Malik, his childhood friend, now running his own crew. Malik looks like he made it out. Nice car, flashy clothes, but nothing free lasts long, and nothing fast ends soft. Malik always had that attitude that who he was worth land, worth fear, worth power. And with that twisted attitude, he killed his first man. Dre carried himself the same. Untouchable, unstoppable, like the world owed him something. Until the day a few dollars owed turned into a fight gone wrong. Pride twisted into violence. A gunshot, and a life he couldn't return. Dre told it like a story he watched in a movie, but the trembling in his bones betrayed him. Imagine life at its full peak. Then imagine lying dead in the arms of your enemy, because that's what Dre saw. The man he shot collapsing into him, warm blood soaking through his shirt. Regret hit him harder than the recoil. It pulled the human side of Dre to the surface, a side he barely recognized. He panicked, tried lifting the man, didn't know whether to run or shout for help. His instincts chose for him. He ran. A week passed. Dre hid with regret in his throat and fear in his stomach. He knew something was coming. The man he shot was a somebody. Either the police would take him or the Reaper would. Either way, it would require his number, an inmate number, or the one for his soul. You can't hide forever. After days in an abandoned house, no food, no water, Dre forced himself out. A corner bodega wasn't far. He had the money. He'd get a few things and get out. Simple, but nothing is simple when death is close. Sweat rolled down his forehead as he walked. 3 blocks that felt like miles. Every passerby felt like a threat. Every eye, a suspicion. He reached the steel door handle, and then everything went blank. Total darkness and ease becoming all one. His ears rang. His vision flickered. The heat of his own blood slid down his face. The Reaper had come. With karma and retribution, Dre had been shot. I hear you breathing, but your heart no longer sounds strong. His pulse weakened. His breaths shortened. And even with all his fearless ways, he tried to fight the journey every man must take. But you can't fight it. Not forever. Dre died where he fell. On the sidewalk, beneath streetlights that didn't even flicker for him. His spirit slipped free. His body stiffened. Rigor mortis setting in as officers and medics gathered around what he used to be. But Dre wasn't there anymore. He stood in the bright light of eternity, feeling strangely out of place, a lifetime of wrongs echoing around him, and yet he felt peace. Dre patched things up with God in those final breaths. He accepted the next step. He wasn't afraid anymore. He rested finally. He rested in peace. And I still wonder why. I never seen a man cry until I seen that man die.